Well, every good thing has to come to an end, and our Florida trip, Christmas week, is coming to an end tomorrow. We're heading home, so we wanted to have one final meal at a place we had not been before. Nearly went back to Bahama Breeze. We loved that so much, but we think on the way home we're going to try another location of that. So tonight we're going to go into Delmonico's Italian Steakhouse. That just sounds good. What is an Italian steakhouse? I don't know. I guess it's a
steakhouse with Italian food.
I guess that's what it is. Yeah. So anyway, it looked good. We looked at the menu. It looks really good. So we're going to go in here tonight and try Delmonico's Italian Steakhouse in Orlando, Florida, just at the gate of SeaWorld. So go with us. All right. So over here they've got this fountain. They've got some looks really nice. Some outside dining tables here. Looks like maybe 8 of them. There's 4 on this side.
We'll have to show this when we come out. If it's dark, look at the flames up there in the light things. Go.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is the front of the building, Delmonico's Italian Steakhouse. And it says that they have casual attire and serious food. And that's good because I didn't bring anything to dress up in except for my sweater, and it's a little too warm for a sweater tonight. And here are their hours. And here's what it looks like when you first walk in. All right, so it looks very nice in here. Really like these lights above the table. It's got a lot of Frank Sinatra themed stuff here. They've even got a Sinatra room, my way. I really like those lights. Those are pretty. Well, we have placed our orders, and you got?
I ended up going with the special, the filet gorgonzola Alfredo. She said that everyone who has gotten that absolutely loves it. So that is what I'm going to get. So I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm just guessing with only 3 steak medallions in it, it's not going to be a lot of meat.
It may not be.
But what I got is going to probably give you some extra meat.
Yeah, you can share a little bit.
I think it was called the Delmonico. Is that correct? It is a 24-ounce, which there's no way I'm going to be able to eat all that.
That's what I thought you could share.
It's a 24-ounce Delmonico cut ribeye, and it comes with penne pasta and marinara sauce on the side.
Hence the Italian restaurant.
Yes, but I could have gotten like a baked potato or garlic potatoes with it for an upcharge. But
she said you would have gotten both. So basically, you'd still get the noodles, but you would have gotten...
Well, she asked at one point if I wanted to keep the noodles, and I asked her if I had other options. I didn't see them right there below it. But she did ask if I wanted to keep the noodles. That kind of indicated to me I could have swapped them, and then she did say that at the end too. So I'm not sure what the situation there is. But that is what I got. You don't see a Delmonico steak on a menu much. It's basically, if I'm not mistaken, it's like that of the rib roast. It's like the outer cut of it. I think like the most tender part of it. Got one at Longhorn. Didn't care for.
Hopefully it'll be delicious.
Yeah. My dad used to buy those, the Delmonicos. They were good. They're really, really good.
Yeah.
But just you don't see them much anymore.
No, you don't.
So I decided to try that, and that's what the name of the restaurant is. So
I'm sitting here looking. They have an upside down Christmas tree right there. It's actually hanging from the ceiling. I didn't notice that when we came in. And then I was noticing these chandeliers. Like there's one there.
yeah, I noticed the chandeliers.
It's like what we have in our church.
Yeah,
glass.
similar.
Yeah.
So I was looking at stuff on the wall. Frank Sinatra's. It says Frank Sinatra's Women. Maybe I'm not familiar with Frank Sinatra's history. I just know
There must be something baseball over there. I see a guy with a baseball and it looks like a catcher's
I just
glove.
know that my stepdad Frank's parents liked Frank Sinatra because they were New York Italians, and he was an Italian. But I wasn't sure what was behind all that. But
I'm not sure.
and he had that song, "I Did It My Way." So yeah. Okay, so they had brought out some bread. She just asked us what we were doing with the stick because she was curious. So we told her. When we sat down, she says, "You guys have been here before," and we have not.
No.
So we thought maybe she might have noticed our faces from that. I don't know for sure, but
She seemed impressed.
yeah. But what kind of bread is? I guess Italian bread.
I would assume.
All right. So here we got some New York Yankees greats. We got Babe Ruth and Joe DiMaggio. And Babe Ruth, I can't get over to that sign. He says, "I hold the record for 714 Delmonico dinners," which of course that's how many home runs he hit in his career. And Joe says, "Hey Babe, how about my 56 consecutive Delmonico steaks?" Joe DiMaggio had a 56 game hitting streak. Still stands as the longest in the major leagues, thanks to Gene Garber snapping Pete Rose's 44 game hitting streak. We got all kinds of stuff on these walls here. This is interesting. Got Al Capone. No way I can get all these. They're all over the restaurant, literally. Annette Funicello and Frankie Avalon. I remember her from the Mouseketeers. Who didn't have a crush on Annette Funicello if they watched the Mouseketeers? Okay, while I was up recording, you sampled the bread. So what were your thoughts?
It's not warm. It's very chewy. And I can't quite make out what the seasoning is in the butter, but it's good.
It's good? Okay. All right, so I'm going to try the bread for the first time. I agree with everything you said, but I think it's good.
It is good.
I don't know if I'd want that warm. It actually tastes really good the way it is. The butter does have some seasoning in it. I don't know what, but I like that butter.
It's good.
Okay, so the food is out. There is my 24-ounce Delmonico. That looks good.
It looks amazing.
With the penne pasta. That looks good. And this is your, what was that again? Filet?
It is filet gorgonzola Alfredo.
Okay, well that looks very good. So I'm curious about that.
A little bit of the noodles so I'm not making a mess. It's good. You can taste the gorgonzola on that. That's good. You can taste the gorgonzola.
Well, you said that twice.
Yeah, I know. I brought the microphone back up. I was holding it down.
Oh, so I heard you the first time.
Yeah, that's good. And you're welcome to some of this as well, because I do want to try your steak.
Well, it's got the chives in it. I would love to try that otherwise,
Well,
but you're
I mean,
welcome, still welcome
like
to some
this
of the
here
steak.
don't have any, so you're welcome to try that.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to try the pasta.
Try the pasta first. I'm waiting on a drink refill, so before I eat the steak.
I got a little bit of water if you need it.
That is really good.
Is it?
Yes, it is. I'm also waiting on steak sauce. So
Okay.
I will go ahead and try a piece before that, though.
Looks like it's cooked medium.
Just right.
Yeah.
Good and tender. When I was cutting it, I was worried it wasn't going to be tender, but it is.
Oh,
really
good. Good. Got a good flavor and everything too?
Yes.
All right,
Very
great.
much.
Okay. Yeah. So
And I have to get one more of these quotes because this one comes from Yogi Berra, former Yankees catcher. And he was known for saying things that were just downright hilarious. So here's one of his. Supper is my favorite part of dinner. So you have been wanting a peppermint cheesecake ever since J. Arthur's. They did not have it that night.
So they had it here.
They have it here.
Candy cane cheesecake here.
And they actually gave this as a complimentary cannoli. Don't that look good?
Yeah, I don't know if they do that with every meal or not, but
I don't know.
They were going to give that.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it looks great.
So let's. You have been wanting candy cane cheesecake since Christmas season started.
Well, I'm trying to taste the candy cane. Tasted that time. Yes, that's hitting the spot right there.
Okay, you want to try that cannoli out? We didn't actually get any of the cannoli, did you?
That's the cream.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Is it kind of mildly sweet like a lot of cannolis,
Yes.
or is it sweeter? Okay.
It's about perfect in my opinion.
Okay. Well, we just finished up here at the Delmonico Italian Steakhouse here in Orlando, Florida, just before the entrance to SeaWorld and SeaWorld Aquatica. We saw this place, actually we were Google Earthing places to eat that were new, saw it, then drove by it last night on the way to SeaWorld while we were on the trolley, and it just looked really good. Started looking at the menu and decided we wanted to give this place a try on our last night here in Orlando. The interior decor is very interesting. It has a lot of, as you saw, like cutouts of famous people on the wall, and I mean a lot of famous people. Everybody from Al Capone to, goodness, I don't remember. The ones that stood out to me were the baseball players. They had a lot of the old New York Yankee greats. There was Joe DiMaggio, famous for his 56-game hitting streak, which was being threatened by Pete Rose, incidentally, until Gene Garber ended it in 1978 when he pitched for the Braves. And we met Gene Garber this past summer and actually had a meal with him there in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Super nice guy. It also had Babe Ruth on the wall, who was the home run king for a long time until Hank Aaron broke his record. But the one that stood out to me was Yogi Berra. Now, if you're familiar at all with Yogi Berra, you know that he has had a lot of quotes attributed to him. Whether he said them all or not, he probably said a lot of them, but he has had a lot of humorous, funny things that would come out of his mouth that sometimes were pretty profound, sometimes made no sense at all, sometimes were contradictory, and that's what made them funny. The one I showed you in there tonight was he said something about dinner is my favorite part of supper. He had a lot of other quotes too. I'll just give you a few of them. You can look these up, but the one famous one is, "It ain't over till it's over." That's basically telling a team, no matter how far you're down, don't give up until the final out or the clock goes off. But he had some other funny ones too. It was Yogi Berra that said, "If you come to a fork in the road, take it." It was Yogi Berra that said, "A nickel ain't worth a dime anymore." It was Yogi Berra that said, "The future ain't what it used to be." It was Yogi Berra that said, "You should go to other people's funerals, otherwise they won't come to yours." That's a good one. It was Yogi Berra that said, "Nobody goes there anymore, it's too crowded." Things like that. He was known for a lot of funny things he would say. So I always like seeing something with Yogi Berra. I just thought I'd share some of those, but he had a way with words. So anyway, let's get to the meal tonight. First time here.
Yeah, it is. And so the building's beautiful, especially at night. I just love that they got a fountain on each side, so you can see the one kind of behind us and hear it. And then they got one on the other side. And then they have the little flame torches out here. Very, very pretty. I had a great meal tonight. They have a lot on their menu. I decided to go with the special, the gorgonzola fettuccine. I don't remember what was the steak, but so I had 3 medallions in it, gorgonzola cheese, and then fettuccine Alfredo. I think I had chives and some red onions. She said they weren't hard or anything. Everything was really soft in the pasta, but it was really, really good. Very filling. The bread was good, and then of course I've been wanting a peppermint cheesecake, and so they had the candy cane cheesecake. It was good. I couldn't finish it. You helped me with that. The cannoli was very good. Very pretty presentation of all the food tonight. Our server was Nicole. She was excellent. Took great care of us. So had a great experience. I would highly recommend it.
Would you do this again when back in Orlando?
I would.
Okay. Yeah, I came here tonight pretty much knowing what I was going to get. And that was the 24-ounce Delmonico ribeye. And where this is unique to other steakhouses, sorry, still getting over it. Where this is unique to other steakhouses is that the side is penne pasta with marinara sauce. And I could have subbed that out for something, but why not do something different? You know, I always get a baked potato or mashed potatoes with a steak. Why not do something different? So I did. And I will say that, first of all, the penne pasta was really, really good. The sauce was really good, the Alfredo sauce. The marinara sauce. Now, let's get to the steak. I don't know where to begin about the steak. When I first cut the first piece, it was a little hard to cut, so I thought, uh-oh, it's going to be tough. But when I put it in my mouth, it wasn't. There was not one bite of that steak that was anything but just perfectly tender. I gave you a cut off of it.
Yeah, and it was good. My piece was tender too.
I'm just going to put it out there. That's one of the most flavorful, best steaks I've had in recent memory anywhere. And I've had some good ones. I would put that above or up there with any I've ever had. Whatever they season that steak with is just amazing.
They did a good sear on it.
Yeah, it had a really good sear. The sear has had a lot of seasonings locked in. Mm-hmm. Let me just say this. This is the first time we've ever been to a quote, Italian steakhouse. I am sure that a lot of the Italian dishes on that menu are really good. I'm sure they got a lot of other great things on the menu, but I'll never know. Because, well,
I'll be trying them. And
when I come back here,
that's what you're getting.
That's what I'm getting. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to get something else and wish I had gotten that again. Mm-hmm. I would venture out, and I've not eaten steaks all over Orlando. I've eaten a few. That's the best steak in this area I've ever had, bar none. And that kills me to say, because I love saltgrass. You know that. Yeah. I'm a fan of saltgrass. I will go back to saltgrass when in Texas. But I think when in Orlando, this is going to be my steak. That was amazing, folks. That Delmonico is amazing. And even though it says 24 ounces, I was able to eat it. I guess with all the marbling and the fat in it, it did kind of draw up, but it was still, it was a good thick steak, cooked perfectly. And I could not have asked for a better meal tonight. And like she said, Nicole did a really good job tonight taking care of us. And then you ordered the peppermint cheesecake. I took a bite of that, thought that was really good. And they brought out the cannoli. She said that was a complimentary cannoli. That was really good. That's probably the best cannoli I've ever had.
It's like it wasn't, because sometimes like the cannolis, they're not sweet at all. But this one was just about not sweet, not too sweet, I should say. It was like
but sweet
perfect.
Enough.
Yeah. Perfect. And it looked very pretty on the plate.
Yeah. This is a great place.
Yeah, it is.
I would recommend this place to anybody, and we will be back.
Yeah. We enjoyed it.
When we're in Orlando again, I'll make it a point to come here. Mm-hmm. We nearly went to Bahama Breeze tonight. We are going to go to Bahama Breeze, Lord willing, tomorrow at either the Daytona or the Jacksonville location on our way home. But just wanted to do something different in Orlando. I'm really glad we came here.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, so I highly recommend this place. Again, I will put the address in the description. I don't know it right off the top of my head, except that we're on International Drive.
It looks like it was at 6115.
Okay, if that's the case, it's 6115. I'm going to say International Drive because that's what that is.
Yeah, you will confirm that.
I don't remember if we turned off another road to get into the parking lot. I will put that in the description. It's right outside SeaWorld. Mm-hmm. You got to try this place.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So with that, we'll close this video. I wish I could think of a few more Yogi Berra quotes. Give me a second. Well, actually, that's my phone up there.
There was one, the conversation.
The conversation.
Something about...
Oh, you couldn't get a conversation going because everybody was talking.
Yeah. He was reading them off to me, and I don't remember things very
Yogi Berra
well.
said some hilarious things in his time.
Well, baseball's what, 90%?
Yeah, he said baseball is 90% mental, the other half is physical. And then he even said one time, he says, I didn't say all those things I said.
Yeah.
He had a way with words. So seeing him on the wall in there tonight kind of just made me think about some of those quotes. I remember when he passed away, I shared them on Facebook because he had such a way with words. He did an Aflac commercial years ago talking about when they pay you cash. He said, that's just like having money. So that's the kind of stuff he was famous for saying. But anyway, thank y'all for watching this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe.
Please give it a thumbs up and find and follow us on Facebook.
Have a wonderful and a blessed day.